Are you ready?
Baby, we done it. We're rich, baby. Conor McGregor made us rich. Break out the red panties. We're rich, baby.
I said, are you ready?
Line to deep left field. It is gone! You should see the celebration out of the Indians' third base dugout. Rajay Davis, a bullet.
And here we go.
For the We Like Sportz Podcast with the hosts you love, Riggs, Keith, and Payton.
Andy, Zach, here's a story about a man named Brady.
We're ready to go.
Mandy,
Wow.
I didn't
Perfect.
say it.
No, he did.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, what do we got today, gentlemen?
I mean,
So-
Peyton's ruining himself right now, so I can stay quiet for a little bit.
Man, that's kind of sad. So,
Do we
anyways,
even have other sports other than Tribe Talk?
no, we do. We also have like in the rundown you could see the following: Get in the Ring. Last week it was Riggs against Parker. In what topic? I forgot.
It was on wearing
Masks at
during-
stadiums, yeah, because Keith already, we know the stance on that. So, anyways, we have Get in the Ring for today, as well as MLB. Obviously, we have the Astros in some type of news being clowns. As Parker likes to say, anything related to stupidity is a clown. I'm a clown.
Joe Kelly is the GOAT.
Carlos Correa, who's the GOAT?
Joe
He is
Kelly.
not.
Did you guys miss me last week?
It was. I kind of missed you. Yeah, it was weird. I kept
Kinda.
Honestly, if I
I
can,
kept
if I
looking
can be
over to try to
honest,
find you.
I miss Tyler.
Wow.
Because he runs this function, and he does
does.
it damn well.
He does.
And I
You
give
know
him a
what?
lot of credit to make sure the mics are on.
I'm surprised we even had a show last week because that was it was like all done on the fly, kind of like in.
I did it on the fly.
Right,
yeah.
pat yourself on the back, or I'll do it here for you.
You
but
just did.
I know.
But you guys did good.
Thank you.
I
And
was
we,
watching
we
it.
did miss
It
you.
was-
We saw you hung out with Hillis.
Yeah.
You suck.
Why?
Because it's cool.
It was fun.
You're living a better life than me. I'm single and depressed.
I'm married and depressed.
I have a diabetic cat and depressed, but that's another
Parker, are you
issue.
depressed?
I'm happy. I feel bad for all you fools, but I'm happy.
No, you.
I'm not really depressed. Just hide it really
Everybody-
well.
I think that so when I was watching, because I was in Arkansas, so it's a different. So you're posting stuff like your time zone. I'm an
Is
hour
it a different
behind.
okay,
Yeah, I'm an
I-
hour behind when I was down there.
And it didn't
So
help
I'm
that we were
like-
an hour early.
An hour
Anyways.
early. So I'm like, wait a minute, what is going on? So I'm like trying to watch the Facebook. I had turning notifications on. No, it was a good show. I liked it.
Yeah, it was fun. Definitely
It
fun.
sucked not being there. It did.
Yeah, we definitely did miss you because, I mean, it's gotten to the point that, like, we all have, and this is to get mushy, too, even though Parker Pierce sucks a fat water bottle. We do have a good camaraderie together. And it's like, when one's missing, I mean, that's kind of why these Monday shows now are kind of iffy, because if we're not together, it's not the quality product that we're putting out, and we're not wasting each other's times, but we can put out better. So, obviously, the KM Voice family, the We Like Sportz family, the Moving the Chains family.
That's right.
All these other podcast families, Veteran Knows Sports. I'm not going to plug them all because that's just a lot to plug.
Right.
But there's plenty more coming, too. We're a big family. We're like that family reunion when they use just like thousands of people.
Exactly.
And that's the goal. But again, though, to answer your question, there is more topics than just the Indians. So we do have the tip-off. If Tyler could end up pulling up the video for our first ejection of the year, we were talking about
Now,
this.
all right, go ahead. We'll go.
And we were wondering if it would be possible to actually have arguing with the umpire. There's just a precaution that's pretty ridiculous, and it's kind of funny at the same time. But we got social distance arguing. Pause. Don't forget your mask.
Let's listen to it.
Trying to get others into the lineup, and someone has been tossed.
It would be the National League.
Someone in
Of
that
course.
Pirates dugout has been tossed. And remember, it was Gerard Dyson who had words with the home plate umpire that maybe
Wait for it. Umpire.
The manager, Derek Shelton.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've
And
ever
he
seen.
breaks it. He can't get the other loop over his ear, so he has to hold it.
I mean, you see some of these.
Wait, hold
big-
on, 6 feet.
Toe-to-toe in these arguments. And I mean that.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, there are big-time, consequences if, in fact, you do so. Certainly, Shelton is heated, as is home plate umpire Jordan Baker, who heard a lot from it from Dyson, and we could hear even up here upstairs in between innings the back and forth.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life.
So here's the thing, though, and this is going to get to later on. So the tip-off also goes into the mainstream, I guess, or goes into, like, halftime. I guess we could break it up that way. But with the Astros situation, which we'll get to, remember that quote, though, saying that standing close together gets you in trouble.
Right.
Well, they stood close together during a bench-clearing brawl, or benches clearing,
The bench is
and literally
cleared,
just
nobody
separating, though. But, I mean, they were pretty close. They were, like,
Yeah,
this
they were
close.
past 6 feet. Well,
So,
and that's the thing. So listen, I posted on Facebook. Obviously, I was leaving. Like I'm going to Arkansas.
and I'm going far.
Right, I'm going away. Within seconds, people were going nuts on my Facebook page. You got to quarantine for 2 weeks when you come back.
Depending on the state.
Not quarantining anything. I went through 4 states, but I mean, like, they're like, you need to quarantine, you need to do all this. I'm like, I'm not doing any of that. And it's just, the world we live in is getting more and more ridiculous as we see it. So I'm sure the tip-off has something to do with that, but I'll let you get into it because I want to yell and rant. So
In a way, and I mean, it is what it is. But like the whole entire idea, though, is that like we have sports back. Obviously, it's different. There's no fans, but I mean the fact it's just so ridiculous. It's not ridiculous. I guess that's the wrong term. But I mean, you're literally. You still get arguments between your managers and umpires.
that's going to happen no matter what.
Right,
Correct, but the fact that like the umpire has to pull the mask out of his ass and like kind of hold it up like a microphone, like he's about to test something in a space station.
But also, not to be biased, do you think that umpire wants to put on the mask?
No.
Just to do his job. He doesn't, but he has to.
It's-
He probably missed work. He probably missed his job. I mean, not just that. You've been nose to nose arguing with people. Spit starts to fly, and if people see that on television, now we should just ban the MLB. Look, they argued and the spit fly. Now that can cause the pandemic again. It's a double-edged sword on that situation.
Of course, no umpire wants to wear it. No player wants to wear it. It's 92 degrees and you're wearing masks outside. And this is just absolutely ridiculous. You're in a sport that's so socially distanced already.
And
just cut it out.
Recreational sports, Parker, you play softball, right?
Yeah, on occasion.
So Mondays, whatever day you end up playing, when you do play softball, do you guys wear masks on the field?
No!
Okay.
No!
That's
But
the thing, though. That's
it's just so
ridiculous.
weird that and I understand that like there's players out here that are hitting home runs with the masks on, which I give them credit because like obviously, I think a
can't
lot
hit
of
one.
people end up having what?
Since obviously you can't hit one.
That's correct.
Nice.
But anyways, you could have just like the mindset of protecting yourself on the field. I think that's kind of the option too, because you could see some players that I don't know if they forget or if it's choice that they don't end up pulling it up, the mask.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's just very weird. It's the tip off just because the fact that NPA is coming back soon, which is awesome. Tip off. Finally, actually have a concept, but with sports. But anyways, though, the fact that sports is back, it's just a different way for the time being. And, I mean, Keith, I guess the tip-offs are mainly geared towards you since you missed last week, so you kind of have the floor, or the...
Some making up to do.
Well, all right, so look, if we're going to play baseball in 90-degree weather, for one, how many Mariners got hit with it?
Marlins?
17, or Marlins? I'm
The
sorry,
Miami COVIDs?
Yeah, the Miami COVIDs. I'm saying, that's good. How many got hit with it?
19, 18?
19, so they
How many?
canceled 2
What year
games.
did Columbus sail the ocean blue?
Oh, my gosh.
1492, yeah, that's about how many
Well, I mean,
Marlins got it.
Wow.
There's absolutely no surprise that they got it. I mean, they are in the most vacation spot in America during
Understood.
the summer. Of
Understood.
course you're going to get it.
But here's my point. You're especially for football. What happened?
I'm sorry. No, his bicep just started to twitch. And go.
Anyways,
Rick
so
smoked grass.
we're playing baseball. We're gonna have these people with masks on. The football bubble is a big thing now. They're not gonna have a bubble for it.
Well, they have a
but
lot of players
basically, but-
withdrawing, too.
Sure, and that's fine. Whatever. If that's what they want to do. But I gotta ask you an honest question: how many people do you think, athlete-wise, are going to get COVID and recover within 1 to 2 days?
Well, here's the thing, though.
All of them!
To take it a step further, you have the Miami
It
COVID.
keeps on happening to them. I mean,
The MLB
how many people from the Indians got it?
Well, you had Delino DeShields. That's definitely one.
Yeah, and he's about to come back.
Kansas
But
City
he has to
Royals
get-
have, like,
he's
4
he's
guys.
Healthy. He's just got to wait out the precaution.
Yeah, Kansas City Royals had like 4 guys. The Miami Marlins have their whole entire team. But the thing is, though, is that like before basketball starts up, there's like 0 out of 390 something tests in the first week that no player had it. And
But
like
that's
all
the
the
point.
numbers, all the numbers, nobody's had it yet
You
in
have
your
to-
bubble situations.
So you have to for football, you're gonna have to wear a mask, right? To train and stuff like that. You can't touch anybody. You can't. They're football players. They're tackling everybody.
That is the most contact sport here in the
So-
When you
United
tackle,
States.
do you have to ask
Yep.
for consent?
That's what I'm saying. Well, depends on if Roethlisberger's playing.
Oh wow!
So we have to put masks
You
on
know he got told no.
to play these sports. Can't have fans in there. Can't have we can't do this. But
You could have cardboard cutouts of Flow.
That's the most
Not
ridiculous.
sponsored.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I don't know if we're flattening the curve or not. I hate that phrase. I hate it. I hate it bad.
Hold on! On
What?
another topic, because this is irritating, and I'm sure it irritates you. Opening night, Dr. Fashushi or whatever, Fossey.
Yes.
He flattened the
Bring
curve
that
with
shit
the
up.
first
He
pitch.
did.
Yep.
He did.
And
That's
then
how
in the
bad it
stands,
was.
he does not wear a mask.
Exactly.
No,
He's not
right.
practicing
Hypocrisy.
So what are we being told? Not even hypocrisy. It is the fact that if you are
hypocrite
80
is
and up,
hypocrisy.
if you are 80 and up, it's not good for you. Quarantine yourself. Outside of that, we're fine. People, we're fine.
We're all gonna die.
No, we're fine. Go to games. We need to start pushing back. Is what we need to do.
Yeah, we have
You know,
to. Because the
we're
people
at-
at my
The We
job,
Like Sports podcast pushes back.
because the people at my job were
Dun,
talking
dun,
about.
dun,
I'm like,
dun,
hey, have you
dun.
guys enjoyed the few Tribe games? How do you like it? You know, there are a couple curmudgeons. They're like, oh, I can't do it. Blah blah blah. You know, I don't want to look at cardboard cutouts in the stands. They took away jobs from the hot dog guy, the beer guy, and et cetera, et cetera. If you get it, you get it. If you don't,
The
you
server
don't.
guy at Rockneys.
Thank God. But
That's
no,
Riggs.
that was me. But I mean, some people are into it, some people are not. You know, to each their own. But I mean, I'm actually just happy to see some form of baseball back. Yeah, it did kind of screw with my psyche a little bit, hearing "Let's Go Indians," but not seeing a single live cell of a person in
Yeah,
the
it's
crowd.
weird to see nobody in the
I
crowd.
ain't gonna lie, like people who keep asking me, they're like, dude, like, why are you just like not focused? Like when I go hang out at a bar, they're like, what's wrong with you tonight?
I'm watching
Like,
the damn
I'm
game.
Like, I'm sorry, there's brand new Indians on. I gotta watch it. I
Yeah.
haven't seen the shit.
Like literally, I was talking to
I've
some
been
customer
missing
at
so
work
much.
too, because it was like 2 days before opening day. It was like Thursday afternoon, and like we were talking about the Indians, and we were talking about how everything's just kind of going south right now. Like everything's starting to open up, and now we have the question mark of if baseball's gonna happen, whatever. And then we start talking, and I'm like, but I don't care right now because I'm like, baseball starts tomorrow. And he was like, people are getting excited over old games. And I'm like, exactly. I'm like, you're like 50 years old and you've seen this game before. You lived through it. You might have been there. But you're excited to see it. And when the Indians started back up Friday, it was a it was a feeling that hasn't existed in so long that throughout the day, I was listening to Major League, like I was looking up quotes and stuff.
Sure.
I literally was blaring Wild Thing because
Yeah, you
in the
are.
right version too, the correct version, the one that's actually in Major League.
Right.
So like, and then also do we have to get in the topic of James Karinchak, how he is the next Wild Thing, number 99,
Yes.
had a mohawk last year, and he
Yeah, he
also
did.
comes out to Wild Thing.
We'll hit that. We'll hit on that for sure.
But like, it's just so good to have sports back, and this is the first time since March. Parker, you weren't around. Literally, you were like a week in, and sports got canceled.
Yeah.
This was way back when in RR whateverville. Yeah. Anyways, so like, literally, it's been March, April, May, June, July. That might be 4 or 5 months because I included a month in there.
Sure.
But literally 5 months of no sports.
None.
We've been surviving on a sports talk show for so long on just basic news that we have new news now that isn't.
Not even basic news, dude. We've made up news.
We really have.
Do you understand that we've pulled? So now that sports is back, we have stuff to talk about. Like the majority of the show is probably going to be Tribe Talk because
absolutely.
we're 5 games in. We're dominating right now, and I don't want to hear the crap. We're not going to get to it yet. But
there's a lot to get into today. Like literally,
which is why we're going to have to push through.
And if this is just the Indians that are back, and we have this much to talk about, and we all enjoy the Indians, I believe, Parker. I mean, you seem like kind of like an Indians fan.
Just imagine when life gets back to normal.
Imagine when the NBA starts up and we have the playoffs and they're playing games. I mean,
it's all
SHIT. We might end up having hockey talk.
We will.
And that was I censored myself kind of because I spelled it.
We got MMA talk. We got all this. Listen, life is getting back together. But the problem is that we're pushing, like you said, we were pushing sports news that wasn't even news.
And people, will be in mind.
We were talking iRacing, and I mean, that's not like a whole, like no knock on racing fans whatsoever, but that's not a lot of people's interest. But that was something that became popular. That people were into
any type of competition. Look, we're Americans. We want something to root for. We want a bad guy and we want a good guy. That's why.
Give us a story.
Give us a story. Give us something to root for during this crap, during this dark period, whatever we're in.
Like Hulk Hogan in skin tights and the skin of a hot dog.
Right. We got. Listen. We're. Yeah, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But
is that from the Three Ninjas movie?
No.
Oh my God. No, Three Ninjas.
High Noon at Mega Mountain.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We just showed our
you, brother.
That's what I'm talking about.
Go on.
Hulk Hogan carries around an American flag. He has the skin of a hot dog, and he has the silky hair of a Chinese man somehow. And he just
you say skin of a hot dog because he's super tan.
He's just so American. Yeah, because he's super tan.
But here's my
Skin
thing.
of a hot dog.
During those 4 to 5
and he comes out to real American.
Absolutely. That's what we need right now. We need something to root for.
Well, we have Peyton Hillis. He's a real American.
No, now we got the Indians.
We got both.
We do, but like during those like 4 months when we were at other stations and doing this in bedrooms and basements, this podcast.
Don't ever word it that way again.
Well,
doing it in bedrooms.
Well, you know what I'm trying to say. I used to have people tell me, "Well, how do you do a sports podcast when there's nothing going on?" And we still somehow
Very
from the
carefully.
ground up,
No,
and we figured it out somehow, and we still kept people entertained, kept people's like minds busy.
Not only did we succeed in it, we were bringing in people. Zach Plezak, 50 Summers. We're bringing these big guests in to talk about what's going on, because when you're listening to Plezak talk about how much it sucks not to be able to pitch or what's going on during a pandemic, the normal person's going, "Oh my God, this is legit." But we were forced.
They're everyday people now because they're literally just people that get paid more than us to play a sport, which is the dumbest way to break it down, but it works that way.
That's true. We literally had to do a sports show for 5 months with no sports going on. The only thing is we didn't talk about Korean baseball.
No.
We tried.
Was going on. We couldn't. It was boring as hell.
Right.
We couldn't talk about. Listen,
I don't know why
we
I did that.
had
I'm
a
sorry.
16-year-old like manager or whatnot. What was that kid?
Yeah, Zach Benalau.
That's right.
I don't know how I said that so easy.
We talked about a bunch of stuff.
Snacks.
And then as everything starts getting back to normal.
And speaking of our boy Plezak, he has 10 strikeouts in 6 1/3 innings.
So literally, again, after this, we're just gonna go into get in the ring, because Parker, I think you ended up coming up with the topic because you're a pain in the ass and you decided to just run that topic. But anyways, when we do talk Indians, our starting rotation, our first 6 starters, because Plutko started yesterday.
Right.
Literally, I'm not even guessing and looking at the score, but this is going to end up being a topic more than likely. When 6 of your starters, and you only have a 5-man rotation, all look like Cy Young Award winners after being off for 3 months of actual baseball, I mean, how the Indian starting rotation is getting looked at, and Zach Plezak is your 5th starter. My boss at the radio station, we broke it down this way. If you end up having a 5th starter, you don't ask much of him. If he has a 4.00 ERA, cool, whatever. Just give me 5 or 6 innings. Just eat innings. Mm-hmm. And then you have Plezak striking out 10. That's not a 5th starter. Anywhere else, he's a damn 3rd starter, if not 2nd.
Yeah.
Plezak, I mean,
he could get there.
You're getting strikeouts from him. I mean, he's having the stuff. Savali, I mean, this is all in something else. Like, and MLB related Indians.
What do you say, 2nd or 3rd starter?
2nd or 3rd.
I know Clevenger's bottom on your probably not bottom, but just like with this, the commands of his ball release at times.
I mean, he is. But if you look at I don't know. Bieber's our ace, period.
You're telling me right now in Chicago when they literally, like, the White Sox could use Plezak right now, and he could probably be their 2nd or 3rd starter. There's teams out there that
Sure,
are.
there's
Anyways,
certain
this
teams,
is
but
Indians
not-
talk. We'll get to Indians talk.
All right.
No means to cut you off, but this is a lot going on.
All right.
If we have all opinions. This is actually something for the first time. But Parker, Pierce, Pierre, what's your topic for Get in the Ring?
Choose anyone who you want. Who's for the first week of the MLB season the Indians team MVP?
Could you say that again? It was very jumbled.
I heard it because
For the first week of the season, what has been played up to so far, who is the MVP of the first week of the season for the Tribe?
So who's counting the points? Is this a
You,
week
'cause
off
you don't
for
play.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, who's getting in the ring? You and Riggs?
no, I was in the ring last week.
Riggs and Keith can get in the ring, and then I'll make my
Face the
argument
winner.
because I can always make an argument work.
Right, whoever goes first.
All right, I'll
Rock,
go
paper,
first.
scissors.
MVP?
No, he always wins rock,
Who's your
paper,
MVP?
scissors.
I don't lose rock, paper, scissors.
Right,
Right,
so-
go. Hurry.
There it is. I don't lose. I don't know why. It's crazy.
I hate this so much. Who's going first?
I'll go
then?
first.
Okay.
All right.
I think if you won, you went second. Anyways, 30 seconds on the clock, please. That's on me. Ready, set, go.
2 words for you, Jose Ramirez. He's coming off a season that he kind of had a slump. He really didn't bat his body weight that much, but look at his hand. He's recovering from that. I've seen the last few pitches. He didn't chase that much in the dirt. I like his edge. I like his drive. I just feel like he just has that nice smug look that I probably just got 1 point. But Jose Ramirez, he's going to save us. I feel like he's going to have a good shutout year. He might just come out of nowhere and just surprise you. Who knows? Why don't you have? I have too much faith in Jose Ramirez. That's 30 seconds. I probably got 2 points.
Dude.
All right, you ready?
All right, ready? On the other hand, 30 seconds on the clock. Peyton, please.
It's definitely Bieber. Definitely Bieber, dude. He broke records. He has. I mean, he's already an All-Star MVP his rookie year. He's gonna go far. He literally broke those records to the point where everybody's like, holy crap. And then after he broke a record, he broke his own record in the same game. So he is definitely the MVP of. Do I even need to go any further?
No, you're
He's
good.
the MVP. Like
beat
that,
me 3
Well, if
to
you're
2.
arguing
He
with
is
Parker,
the
I'd get one more
MVP.
point in.
Oh yeah, crap. He always makes his own points, doesn't he?
2 seconds, hurry.
I'm wrong.
Boom, 4.
But see, I didn't think we were going with pitcher wise. I thought we were going with
MVP in general.
Oh, in general?
Pitcher could win MVP.
All right, I'll take
So
that.
Riggs with 2. I'll give you 3 because even though you are wrong, that's not a point. I mean, that's just obvious.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Parker, you got 3 points to beat. Ready, set, here we go.
Pitchers win MVP awards maybe 1% of the time. You need a guy who's playing every single day, not 1 out of every 5. Go with Cesar Hernandez. He's leading the team in batting average right now. He has completely extended the lineup to where Lindor and Jose can go down a little farther, and you can even get Bebo in the 8th spot. Mercado, who's hitting 2, in the 9th spot. Strengthens the lineup, brings it all expanded so that you don't have weak links in the lineup. A leadoff hitter does that.
So who's your MVP pick?
Cesar Hernandez.
Cesar Hernandez.
The second baseman who's leading the team in batting average and has been a great leadoff guy.
And a replacement of Kipnis, too.
And that was
things up.
weird, yeah,
And
that's
he
weird.
He did replace Kipnis.
And I mean-
Yeah.
He's all right. As
To just-
replacing Kipnis, he's okay.
That's a huge spot because this was something that Tom Hamilton said the other day, and I'm not agreeing with Parker, but it's the fact. It's just the facts.
I can agree with him if you want.
That Grady Sizemore was your leadoff guy a while back. He hit home runs. He didn't get on. You had Francisco Lindor as your leadoff guy. He got on, hit home runs. What's something that the Indians' current leadoff hitter, Cesar Hernandez, is doing that they weren't? He's getting on base and not swinging for the fences.
Which is what a leadoff hitter needs to do anyways.
Right.
I mean, that's what you need
And
to
again,
do
when you have
anyways.
Mercado, who's batting second, and if you could have him in the bottom of your lineup.
Altuve won the MVP award being a leadoff hitter.
So, I mean,
Ricky Henderson won the MVP award being a leadoff hitter.
I hate the fact that you won again.
I feel like your leadoff hitter, like you guys were just saying, but I feel like your leadoff hitter should be able to, hey, guess what? I can hit a triple. Like, I got fast legs. Like, I got the bunnies. I can run really fast. So that makes sense. Like, the worst Indians leadoff hitter I've ever seen so far, Michael Bourne.
My
Oh,
God.
he was
Him and Nick
He was good in
Swisher were
Atlanta.
both trash.
But I'll tell you
Nick
this much.
Swisher is trash. Sorry, go ahead.
Let me tell you this much. Last year, Cesar Hernandez batted .279 in Philadelphia. everybody in Philadelphia said he had a really bad year. Frankie Lindor batted .283. Yeah, he got the home runs, but wants $400 million.
It's $400 million that came out.
That he's literally wants to break records for this contract.
Well, it's not
he's
gonna
literally going to be the
Cesar
representation of the Players Association.
I think Cesar Hernandez is going to finish the season 310 or higher.
And that's also, I know we're coming up to our first break, and obviously we have the MLB to get into and then Indians, because we're trying to hold off the Indians as much as possible, because hopefully we try to get to the NFL and the Washington Football Club or the Washington Football Team and Nate Robinson wanting to fight some YouTuber. But anyways, though, the MLB, we have that coming up. And then in the Indians, we're going to break down if within these first 5 or 6 games, if Francisco Lindor is worth that money. So, I mean, we could end up thinking, resignating. I mean, fans, comment below in the stream. Tweet us in at We Like Sportz PC if you end up listening to this on Apple, Google, Spotify, Stitcher. That's outrageous. Literally,
I made that breaking announcement.
Career high. I know, I'm just soaking it in.
Is that 4 out of the 5 technical? Because Savali ended up having 9. He broke a record. Carrasco had 10.
Yes.
Bieber had 14 million.
14 million.
And then Clev had like 6, but he still got through. And then you have your 5th start. This is unbelievable. Their starting rotation.
It's great.
There's so much to talk about.
Keith might have won if when he brought up the whole Bieber stats that Bieber is averaging 21 Ks per 9 innings.
But he didn't, so I guess you got a valid point then. So I guess since you won, you're going to take us to break, right?
Yeah, we'll be right back with the We Like Sportz podcast. Stay tuned.
Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored.
Why not play with your balls? Our sponsor today, Manscaped, is here to make sure your balls are smooth while you or your partner are playing with them. Manscaped promotes clean hygiene when it comes to shaving your balls thanks to their Lawnmower 3.0. So a little side note, have you ever cut your balls while shaving them? I have, and that is painful. I would not ever do that again, and I would never shave my balls if it wasn't for Manscaped, because once I started using Manscaped, I no longer had to worry about the bleeding anymore. Also, for any new subscribers, you end up getting replacement blades refilled for your Lawnmower 3.0 trimmer delivered to your door every 3 months, making sure your trimmer always stays fresh and clean. And for a limited time, subscribers get not only 1, but 2 free gifts: the Shed Travel Bag, which is a $39 value, and the high-patented, high-performance, anti-chafing Manscaped Boxer Briefs. This is the perfect package for your perfect package. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code SPORTS with a Z at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at Manscaped, and use the code SPORTS. Make playing with your balls the best part of your day. Thanks, Manscaped.
And we are back here at the We Like Sportz podcast with myself, Riggs, professional Parker Pierce. We also have Keith Migra. And we have someone who is not professional, someone who just looked like they just came home and seen John Cena the Marine. This is Peyton. I love Ben Roethlisberger, Vince.
You're wearing a USA Athletics double X t-shirt, and you look like the biggest piece of lard I have seen this side of the Mississippi, you unathletic trash.
Wow. That took a sad turn.
Man. I had to like even change my shirt.
Double XL. Stand up, show the camera again. Oh my god, it barely covers his belt line.
What do you mean?
Double XL.
Hey, why don't we sit down?
It's a PG show.
I don't mind it being PG. I just want your nuts in my face.
Speaking of nuts, Manscaped. Use the promo code SPORTS, spelled with the Z, SPORTZ, Manscaped. The ball deodorant's good. The ball toner is good. The ball lotion is good. The guard on the razor is fantastic. All you got to do is pull off, blow on it, put some water in it. It'll come right on off. Manscaped. Use the promo code SPORTS, SPORTZ. Your girlfriend will thank you. Your spouse will thank you. But first of all, your balls are going to thank you. Manscaped.
All right. Indians. Right?
Well, I thought we were gonna make the fact that like you were the one that was quiet. You were gonna say something about the fact that I look like an army guy.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't want to get jumped from behind, so I wasn't sure what I should do.
I'm happy I was not drinking when you said that.
Thank you.
Honestly, just I guess shut up and watch your back.
I have to wash my back.
Wash it?
I don't gotta wash it.
I thought you said wash your back.
Watch.
Watch.
All right.
Anyways, not Indians. No, that's not it. It's
Why?
actually MLB.
Yep.
Shut up, really quick.
Fine, MLB. Don't you yell at me.
The Miami COVIDs.
Oh yeah.
That's all. Next. Anyways, so, Almost forgot our producer's
If you say
name.
one more time,
I forgot you had a case of
going
the
to yell at you.
All right. Tyler, if you could pull up the video of Joe Kelly and the Houston Astros, this is going to be our next topic because the Astros suck.
The Astros do suck.
They do. You deserve
And
everything
Joe
that you
Kelly
got coming to
ends
you,
up getting
bitch.
suspended.
Now let's talk about the suspension. What'd you say?
I told them they got everything they got coming to them, and I called them a B word.
But they are.
They do.
Wait, hold on. Are you yelling at our language? And what did Billis call you?
He called me a dickhead.
Okay, so let's not worry about our language. We're all
Billis?
adults here.
My kids are watching.
Yeah? Okay. They've never heard you swear before?
No, they haven't.
I throw baseballs at guys who wear fake Oakleys in games.
You do have some weird Folkleys. Like, it's weird.
Folkleys.
That's kind of funny.
They're from Mexico, and they were from Pablo.
They're called Bogleys because they're bogus.
Man, Riggs.
11 Ks, please sack.
11 Ks.
Thank you, Kevin.
So, the suspension. Here's what we're
Let's go to
doing.
the video first so people know what
my
we're talking
God.
about.
Fine. They know what we're talking about.
Shush. You're angry little elf.
8 innings fireworks. Joe Kelly and Carlos Correa with a heated at-bat, and then Kelly with a little something for him at
Love
the
it.
end. Suck his tongue out. There you go. And bench is empty, DK.
Wait, hold on. Here
So,
goes the social
again,
distance
you
bench
could
clear.
hear something came from Houston's dugout.
Yep.
And then, so Joe Kelly just, look at Carlos Correa swung at two bad pitches.
Well, here it is.
Now everybody's coming out and everything. And again, you remember, Correa is the guy that when there was that discussion earlier in the season, when things came out and Bellinger made a comment, Correa publicly and on tape said, if you don't know what's going on, you ought to shut the F up. And so, look at Correa put himself out there. And once you do that, then, you're open to everything. Joe Kelly will not back down to anybody.
Awesome.
Download the... Joe Kelly became an overnight phenomenon in the American baseball world.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because he threw ball 4 above Bregman's head that game. He threw at Correa, and then the next time up, he ended up, was that a strikeout, and then he stuck his tongue out?
Yeah, and kind of gave him a little,
Yeah, like
That's
little,
awesome.
like a child, and it's great.
That's somebody who's passionate about the game, somebody who doesn't believe in cheating. Joe Kelly, you're
the opposite of Eddie Guerrero.
Wow, I was actually going to say that's some MVP, candidation right there, in my opinion. I loved it. I would have just gave him the bird and grabbed myself and then continue to run my mouth. But, dude, I'm
Baker
dead
style? Baker style?
Yeah.
From the sideline?
Yeah, I would have done that. I'm dead serious would have done that. I hate cheaters when it comes to sports and when it comes to people in relationships. But that's a whole nother topic.
Man, yeah, it is. But anyways, just the fact, though, that literally the Astros are... It's been how many months? 5 months? The baseball season was supposed to start late March. We're at the end of July. Nobody forgot.
Why would anybody forget that? How can you forget that? But here's the thing.
And also,
is that
another
Correa
note,
said, he came out and already tweeted and said a long time ago, I think it was like 2 years ago, that's why he loves baseball, because our players police themselves. Mm-hmm. So he can't even be pissed off. He cheated, got busted, got caught. And yeah, you're going to get some pitches thrown at your head. They already knew this was going to happen.
Yeah,
now what needs to
Everybody
happen?
knew this was happening.
Now
whole
what needs
season's
to
gonna
happen is that every single away game, and jump on board please with this, because it needs to happen. You'll appreciate
Start
it.
a hashtag.
No, not that. Every away game that the Astros are at, that home ballpark, you want to pipe in sounds? That was not English for a
This
minute.
is
But
why
you
I didn't take
shut up.
Okay, all right.
But you want to pipe in sounds? Pipe in trash can bangs.
Sure. Do whatever you got. Listen.
Yeah, dude, it's genius. Literally bang the Kaaba like Will Ferrell on Saturday Night Live. You need more bang.
That actually was funny on his part. That was your first one. That was good.
Baby's first joke.
If the MLB isn't gonna do anything to these players, then yes, the players are gonna do it. And if you're gonna suspend him for how many games?
8.
I wanted to suspend
That's
him.
the equivalent to like 20. That's
Well,
crazy.
it's 8 games.
Suspend somebody for passion? That's
On the
BS.
bench,
gonna
he
miss
can't be
one
on the
start.
bench.
Yeah. He's only going to miss one start. It's 8 consecutive
Not 8
games.
starts.
No, okay. That's good.
But
So
still,
he's only
that's...
one start. But why are you going to suspend anybody for this?
Exactly.
And you don't suspend the Astros?
Well, no, because Rob Manfred said, no, they did no harm.
They did do harm. They did a lot of harm.
Look at how big of an idiot Rob Manfred, wherever you're at,
You're a moron!
Yes.
You and Joe Buck.
I hate Joe Buck.
Everybody
I hate
does.
Joe Buck like I hate Alex Rodriguez. I hate Alex. Whenever he calls for the Indians game, it's just constantly me telling him to shut up for 3.5 hours or however long it is. I hate when he talks. It makes my ears hurt. Makes me want to throw up. I hate Alex Rodriguez and the fact that he's about to buy the Mets. The Mets! How are Yankee fans not killing this guy?
Speaking of, on the Moving to Change podcast, I have to agree with Peyton Hillis. He said, like, why would you do that? Like, you bleed pinstripes, but then you're going to go by the cross subway rival? Like,
by the Mets!
Exactly.
Are you serious? But that's what I'm talking about. These players are going to get beamed, hit, booed out, whatever.
It needs to happen.
It needs to.
Throw the book at them? No, throw the pitches at them.
Dude, hit them, beam them. You don't have to throw 95 at their face.
Make them dance off the plate.
That's right.
If I'm a catcher, I'm throwing every single ball down to first base right in their back.
Yes, hell yeah.
Dude, that's some major leaguer, like, longest yard type stuff. Yep. Like, literally, like, you blow the call, this football's going right for your nads.
Look, that's
longest yard.
I know. I'm pissed off that how they won. I'm pissed off they cheated. I'm even more pissed off that it happened to Cleveland. You know what I mean? If it had, granted, we've talked about this 100 times. Baseball is a sport that you're supposed to steal signs. You're supposed to try to figure out their signs. But when you mic up and you put bugs in people's press rooms and you're banging on trash cans, you are a garbage team. You're garbage players.
All puns.
You're garbage people. You're garbage managers. You're a garbage organization. You should have the team stripped from you. The team should not be allowed to play baseball anymore. They should all be fired. They should all be fined. And they all should be on basically suspension or whatever. They should not be allowed to play.
Well, if you get suspended for PEDs, and I want to say it's like Juris Mejia that was like the Mets closer.
Yeah.
And that's a name that hasn't been heard because 3 busted PED suspensions. He's playing baseball in Mexico, Cuba, where he's banned from the MLB. It's done and over with, and he was young too. And I want to say, I think it was Juris Familia. I think I ended up saying the wrong name now that I think about it. But literally, you want to get busted 3 times. Look at all the individual Astro players that got busted 3 times. If 3 players ended up getting busted, that team, and I said it before, they should all be suspended. And Dusty Baker ends up signing an extension? I know you weren't around for that, Dusty, but get out. It's going to happen again. There's no players or no extra staff this year, but in 2021 or 2022, however long this goes till, and you actually have other staff around, it's a different story, and you're going to get your ass fired.
I'm surprised Dusty Baker still wants to manage, to be honest. How old is that man?
Old enough.
He's old, and he's got such respect around the league that the Astros had to make a signing like that. And they have to have a guy who's been around the league for so long and has never gotten in trouble and things like that.
It's like you have to. It's like, for example, and this is a terrible, terrible analogy, but it's the one that I'm thinking of. It's like if Penn State ended up hiring like some Christian coach after Joe Paterno ended up doing what he did in Jerry Sandusky. You have to go to the complete opposite spectrum after they did so wrong and be an evil person. You have to go to the extreme. That's literally what the Astros did.
But that shouldn't matter. We shouldn't allow it to be okay.
His age is his name.
That's
Dusty
right.
Baker.
We should.
This dude, Kevin, comedian. Good stuff.
I like Kevin. Who's Kevin? Do we know him?
He's one of my best friends. He's actually in the Army, so he looks a lot better than you. Kevin, post a picture of how much you make Peyton over here look like a female dog.
Anyways.
Show him what a real man looks like in a green shirt. He would destroy you.
You drinking water live on air?
I do all the time.
Are you okay?
Did you see what he did last week?
It's hot in here.
So last week he has his drink. Tyler's going to kill him. So at the end of the show, if you watch the show enough, he literally smacked the bottle in here because he was excited for baseball, and it hit the camera. Not enough to move it, but you knew that it hit it.
Yeah.
It hit the wall first.
Yeah, it bounced.
I don't like the look our producer's giving us right now.
All right, so basically what we're saying is that you're not allowed in the studio anymore without us. Good job, professional Parker Pierce.
He was excited.
I don't give a shit.
Oh, we're really just...
That camera's worth more than his freaking career.
He's professional.
No. If you smack a water bottle at my camera, you're not professional.
I smacked it at the door over there, and it went up in the air, and then it hit the light. Then it bounced that way, hit off Peyton's head, and then it hit him.
Speaking of professionalism, we are out of the studios of Hooligans, right?
Yes,
right?
we are.
We
Yes.
at Hooligan Studios?
We are at Hooligan Studios.
I don't even know where we're at anymore. Where are we allowed to be at anymore? One week we're at your house, the next week we're somewhere else. Yeah.
Who's Ariana Vesquez?
One of my friends.
No, she's not.
All right, fair enough. Who is she then?
Not your friend.
I don't have any.
Are we
friends.
going back to the Indians?
Or are we going to talk more about the Astros?
We're going to talk about the
Verlander?
Miami COVIDs really quick. I forgot about Verlander. Actually, a good point. I literally have that screenshotted, but I forgot. When you go so many damn places, you forget. It's a Jeff Dunham quote. Anyways, so Justin Verlander, and it kind of goes into the fact with Corey Kluber too. The fact that the Indians, yes, they're two players that they traded for, DeShields and Clase, they're both out. DeShields with COVID, Clase with steroids, getting busted for steroids or PEDs or whatever. Corey Kluber makes one start, 1 inning, done.
Craps the bed, homie.
So bad for Corey Kluber.
And the
I
thing
love
is,
Corey
beard.
Kluber. I'm sorry, but
And
I feel so bad for you.
Some people belong in certain systems. I'm sorry. That's how I feel.
Dude, Corey Kluber went like this, and now he's downhill.
Mm-hmm.
It's there. It's literally, it's done
I
and
was
over
saying
with.
we needed to trade him in the middle of last season, but
And honestly, we could say that as Indians fans, 2016 postseason put a tax on him like no other. He made 3 starts in 7 games. Get out of here. That's not human. But anyways, Justin Verlander, another
did the
one.
same thing to Adam Miller.
Andrew Miller?
Andrew Miller.
I don't know Adam.
Who's Adam Miller?
Adam Pluck.
He used to be. Was it Adam Miller? No, Matt Miller, the submarine reliever back in 2008.
No, Adam Miller was a prospect in the Tribe organization back in 2000.
So was Matt Laporta, and look how good he was.
We traded for him. This dude was drafted by us.
Well, speaking of development, too, we'll get to the Indians pitching. But Verlander,
I don't think we're
Briggs.
going to get to the Indians at all. So just keep going. Do what you want.
We'll get there.
No, we won't.
But with Verlander, what did you want to mention?
Oh, I was
The
just
fact that he
mentioning
was out
that-
for the season, right?
Yeah, that topic.
Oh,
So
wow.
He's not out for the season.
yes, he is.
He said he wasn't.
Kluber said that he has 4 to 6 weeks. Verlander, as far as it was reported, it was more so the fact Verlander was done for the season.
And Kate Upton probably wants him to stay home.
Yeah, I mean,
Probably.
COVID. Your wife controls your life, right, Keith?
That's true. Happy wife, happy life.
And I mean, Hillis is pretty happy, right?
Okay.
Damn.
No, that's cool. That's cool.
But anyways, what did Verlander say? I know you're pulling up the tweet there. Did he? I'm pretty sure he's out for the year. Oh, which also, by the way, too, with the fact that the White Sox, they ended up having a pitcher. I forgot his name.
Justin Smoke? No, I'm joking.
No, that's not even a pitcher. That's
He said the report that I'm currently missing the rest of the season is not accurate. This is a forearm strain. I'm hopeful that with some rest it will heal and I'll be able to return soon. Thank you all for the well wishes.
Ah.
what your
So
wife
Verlander is not out for the season, we take it.
We'll see what happens. Literally,
He might get complacent, stay at home.
one person that is out, though, is one of the White Sox pitchers because of COVID, and he withdrew. He was supposed to have a kid. He was married, and literally, first week of the season, he's got a divorce, kid on the way, and now he's out for the season and can't come back because he missed the season because of his wife, pretty much.
See if he wants to do a
Wow.
podcast.
I mean, honestly, he has nothing else better to do. Maybe
Right.
see if he could get traded here, too. You got the money, right?
Right?
But anyways, as we've been waiting for the Miami COVIDs, I mean, we kind of hit that earlier. Is there anything to talk about the Miami Marlins? Do you think that they're just in a bad position because literally everybody's catching corona for them, that they have to have their whole entire taxi squad now?
Yeah, not to piggyback off him, they're in the most high vacation state right now, and I don't want to bring real life into something that we're trying to get people, on a positive level, but if you watch, your news stations, Florida is a big target. Florida is a hot spot for that. And, with sports being back and then the sports team getting it, that's a danger zone to some people.
And I mean, the Phillies ended up having 2 of their games postponed, and they ended up making them up today and tomorrow, I think.
Postpone the whole team.
With the Marlins?
Well, the Phillies played the Marlins before the Marlins came back home and caught it. So just as a precaution,
okay.
they were
Gotcha.
supposed to face the Yankees. That's why you haven't seen any Yankees news.
Gotcha.
Because it's just all precautions and whatnot. But, I mean, do you think that And obviously, literally like 4 days in, people are saying, all right, that's it. Baseball's over. We got this far. Miami has 18 cases, 19 cases, 2001 cases. Do you think if it got to that extreme, though, the Miami Marlins just don't play this year if they end up just contracting it over and over again? I don't think the whole league should get punished.
You got to make a sacrifice. Sorry,
right, exactly.
Miami.
Yep.
Hey, get your stuff together.
Exactly. Yep. You got to make a sacrifice, set an example. Because if you're letting them get away with it, all it takes is that one person to keep pecking at it. That's all it's going to take, and it's going to ruin it for everybody.
And, like, it's ridiculous.
It's a team sport.
Because, like you guys keep on saying, Miami is the epicenter, one of the epicenters, get out of here, of COVID. So it just sucks that Miami has to go through it. Hopefully they could actually play. Because, I mean, I guarantee you they don't want to sit around in quarantine. The whole entire team doesn't want to. They want to play.
They're going to be fine in 3 days.
Okay. So, Keith, I know you're very angry and you're excited. And I want you to go to the next topic, which is the Cleveland Indians.
Thank God.
Bring it in.
All right. So what do we have to think about for the first 5 games? Actually, now 6, because we're seeing what's happening. We're seeing how the Cy Young pitchers are pitching. What are we expecting? Because now we're super excited, right? We wouldn't have lost that game if that stupid-ass rule with the stupid runner on second wouldn't have affected us. Mm-hmm. I'm with Mike Clevenger. I talked with him yesterday. He hates the rule.
Well, yeah, he tweeted about it right away and didn't reply back to me.
I'm with him, though. I'm with him. That is a garbage rule. And then me and Trevor Bauer got into it. So I'm with you. It is a garbage rule.
You and Trevor Bauer got into it?
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, it wouldn't matter if he goes, well."
That could have been that was a long combo, I bet.
It was on Twitter. I was pissed.
I bet.
I was like, dude. He goes.
You know that Drake song, "Twitter fingers turn to trigger fingers"? That's Trevor Bauer.
Yes.
Yep.
It is because he was calling out Clevenger. He was calling out Clevenger.
I thought it was being playful at first, but he also was coming off like a dick,
Then he
too.
came off like an ass.
Yep.
So Clevenger fired back. It was like, you won't be saying that when it happens to you. So me and Hillis chimed in. It was like, remember when you got like a little crybaby and couldn't hit your target? And then threw the ball over the fence.
Right.
Like
impressive, but you're a crybaby.
Bitch. Well, then, of course, Logan Allen gets involved. And so
I saw that, too.
Yeah, so we're all, but that's the thing, is this rule is dumb.
So you're like a big shot now, right?
I'm kind of all right. So but it got to the point where this rule, I get COVID, whatever, but does this rule need to be involved? I get COVID, I said. I get the whole COVID crap.
Gotcha.
I get that. But does the rule need to? Is this necessary to protect players?
So here's and I hate defending it, and I hate the rule just as much because we're 60-0 in all games right now that actually end under baseball regulation and not this dumbass rule.
Right.
And obviously it's biased. So if it was in the result of the Cleveland Indians and it didn't happen to us and it happened to the Royals, I guarantee it'd be the complete opposite. The Royals would be bitching and whining about the fact that they cannot. It's not fair to them. It's a new rule. Literally, somebody explained it to me to the fact that the away team has the advantage because they could score first. I honestly think it's our one friend from AIW, Derek Director now. Pretty sure that he ended up saying that like you have the away team that takes the advantage, which isn't fair. You're not home for no reason. You're there to end the game. Yes, you have the same situation, but it's dumb. But I want to see when it happens for the Indians and they capitalize on it, because it's going to be the same way. It's going to be something that happens often. And the reasoning for the base runner rule is because they only have 30 right now, and then in 2 weeks it's down to 28, and then in 2 weeks from there it's 26. Right. So literally their roster, it's going to be very slim really soon, and they cannot afford to have all these players that are playing at Classic Park in Lake County that are just playing warm-up exhibition games to stay loose.
Right.
I mean, Daniel Johnson has been there twice now. Does he do anything? We don't know. You could honestly
we don't know. That's the thing, is we have no idea.
Because there's no minor league games. It doesn't count for anything.
No, listen. The Indians, so we know.
So that's the reasoning of the rule, though, is they can't afford the bullpen pitching. Because I mean,
come on, if they can't afford, why? What's the difference?
It's just
they can afford it. Think about it. They shrunk the damn game down.
In the 18
they shrunk it from. We're playing 60 games. Mm-hmm. We have a bullpen plus an extended roster. What? That doesn't make any sense. You can absolutely... Not only can you afford that, you can have your freaking starters in the bullpen if you really want to.
Yeah, Trevor Bauer, where are you at?
The rule is
He was
dumb.
always somebody that hung out in the bullpen.
Trevor Bauer's a bitch. But what I'm saying is that he is. Bauer outage can go and do whatever he wants to do. I get it. We liked you while you were here, but then you turn into a crybaby diva, and you're just a whiner now. And he always was a whiner, and that's the thing. And he said some stuff, and I was like, well, dude, how great was it that you couldn't even, I don't know, pitch in the World Series because you couldn't figure out not to play with drones? Before you go, he's an idiot. Okay, Bauer is an idiot. He's a knucklehead. He's an idiot. The problem is that as we're moving forward into the season, and is our pitching right now that top notch, or are we just sitting at basically? Are we pitching against crap teams?
I go first.
No, I go first because you keep talking.
The champ is here.
I said it before and I said it many times. That is the reason the Indians are going to be well in first place. The pitching staff is way too good for the subpar American League Central batting lineups. It's just so obvious. They're going to steamroll the NL Central as well because they're not as strong as they used to be. You got Milwaukee, maybe. The Cubs, Rizzo, and Bryant, if they could have a good year. Their pitching staff's not nearly as good as it was in 17 and 18.
Hell no.
I mean, who else you got? The Pirates. We smoked them in all the preseason games.
Yes, we did.
I mean, this is the chance for the Indians because it's a short year and the proven pitching staff that we have and the way that the pitching coaches develop pretty much future Cy Young winners. Look out for Savali this year. Plutko's going to have a great year. And Zach Plesac, I mean, if he didn't get enough, he might be able to get in there for the AL Rookie Pitcher of the Year.
I would like
I can
that.
see it.
Mm-hmm.
I can see it.
You done?
But, all right, go ahead. You
all right.
Send in whatever weird...
No, I just didn't want to hear him talk.
Oof.
Because it's literally, this dude talks out his ass over and over again.
I started talking and we gained so many more viewers.
I noticed that, too.
You noticed that?
Nah.
That's what happened.
No,
That's what happened, Peyton.
Anyways, as I was saying, I go first. But apparently, first isn't in your vocabulary. And it goes, I go
down.
Parker.
Oh, man, they're going down.
Anyways, so in a 60-game season, literally the Indians' rotation is the strongest it has been. We're a week in, and you have Shane Bieber striking out 14.
But again, is that because we're batting against... Are we pitching against crap teams?
Absolutely.
Well, here's
Right,
the
that-
thing.
and
What
I
is
want us
the
to-
AL Central? It is all crap teams outside of the Twins. The Tigers,
that's what I'm
dog
saying.
shit.
I gotta say
I
though,
just
the
don't want us to
Chicago
peak too
White
early.
Sox lineup is drastically better than it was last
Yeah,
year.
they're tough.
And the year before that.
But
and
there's-
the year before that.
There's three.
Since Paul Konerko was in uniform.
Wow.
There's three factors though. The White Sox, they could sneak in there because there's 16 teams that are going to make the playoffs. That's the expanded MLB
White
playoffs.
Sox could be a team that could.
The
sneak
Indians
in.
are making it no matter what. You're facing mainly your division, and then you face the Reds in there, and then you face the Pirates, and you have the Brewers. You literally have it all spurted throughout. But it's mainly all your divisional people. So if you win your division, which the Indians have done every single year since 2016, outside of last year when the Twins decided to hit 303 some home runs and break a record, there's no way in hell they do it again. There's no way. And their starting rotation, it doesn't matter if it's just because it's crappy teams. It's because you face the division. You dominate the division.
Sure, and I
That's all you
understand that.
need.
Jason
I
Kipnis said
get
that before in the interview. You have to take care of your division first, no
and
matter
literally,
what. No matter
you
what.
face the Tigers. You face the Tigers enough times. You
We
face
own the Tigers.
Royals
We own
enough
the
times.
Tigers. We will
Your
always
only
own the
threat
Tigers.
in the division is the Twins.
Yeah.
Correct.
That is-
I agree with you 100%.
But
We'll have to see
literally-
what happens tomorrow. And if we can do
And you
the
have
same thing
Bieber
against
going
the Twins,
tomorrow, too.
Which is by design. If Bieber can pinpoint that out and smash the Twins,
And I think it's if it's in order of their rotation too, it'd probably be Barrios.
It will
That's
be.
their ace.
yeah.
So
It's going to be a good game regardless. And I want to see how Bieber, because we're playing against crap players right now. He's pitching against fans. That's what he's doing. He's pitching against people who just swing at everything. They're just not very good. We get to a structured team such as them, we'll figure it out.
I think that I want to go a little bit off the pitching topic because I was really impressed with the rotation of the outfield and how well they played in rotation over this first week. And it's all without Naquin, so it's making me wonder, with the rotation being big enough as we're already seeing, I mean, do you really want to add another player into that rotation?
Hold on to that thought, because let's give Riggs his thoughts for the whole entire topic that we were getting at, and then we'll get on to that topic after the break. Yeah, so Riggs, go with your topic, and then, I mean, honestly, with the whole entire Naquin thing.
What are we talking about?
He doesn't even know. Which weed do you smoke?
We need to take a break.
Riggs, take us to break, and a break is...
We'll be right back on the We Like Sportz Podcast.
If you're
bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored.
Why not play with your balls? Our sponsor today, Manscaped, is here to make sure your balls are smooth while you or your partner are playing with them. Manscaped promotes clean hygiene when it comes to shaving your balls thanks to their Lawnmower 3.0. So a little side note, have you ever cut your balls while shaving them? I have, and that is painful. I would not ever do that again, and I would never shave my balls if it wasn't for Manscaped, because once I started using Manscaped, I no longer had to worry about the bleeding anymore. Also, for any new subscribers, you end up getting replacement blades refilled for your Lawnmower 3.0 trimmer delivered to your door every 3 months, making sure your trimmer always stays fresh and clean. And for a limited time, subscribers get not only 1, but 2 free gifts: the Shed Travel Bag, which is a $39 value, and the high-patented, high-performance, anti-chafing Manscaped Boxer Briefs. This is the perfect package for your perfect package. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code SPORTS with a Z at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at Manscaped. And use the code SPORTS. Make playing with your balls the best part of your day. Thanks, Manscaped.
I'm bringing it back. Welcome back to the We Like Sportz Podcast, where our producer actually puts our mics on.
I like it.
Yeah, I know. Actually, I was worried about getting cut off halfway through usually in the past, but we did it. Tyler, thank you very much.
Why do you keep talking about that old place? I mean, act like you've been there before. I mean, yeah, we're in a professional studio now, but I mean, you can act like you're here.
Wow.
Yeah, because we're just still trying to figure out what song we're coming into.
Itsy bitsy spider.
Oh, Jesus.
You missed that last week.
I did. CBD Delight.
He made a John Adams.
Calm, balanced stuff. You know what this does?
What does it do?
Have you ever had this before?
Yeah.
2 packets. Drink it. Just put in anything. Just water, pop, whatever. It will literally take your pain away. Your anxiety, everything. The stuff works. It's legit. You can even shoot it up. If you want to, like... Oh, no, we're not going that far?
No.
Okay, all right. Don't shoot it up. Don't shoot it up.
Anyways... I understand why you want to go that far. Brad Hand ended up giving up 4 runs. Terrible segue. We're a family-friendly show. But anyways, Brad Hand, Indians are down 4-0. Leave it to Brad Hand once again.
You want to know why he blew the save?
Because he was too calm. He was too balanced.
No, he wasn't calm or balanced. And it wasn't a delight.
Honestly, Brad Hand... Here's the question, and one of my friends, Jay DeSanza, ended up, this was the teaser beforehand, and I knew how it was coming. Before we went to break, he said, can we trade Brad Hand right now in the 9th? Obviously,
Absolutely.
there's a reason behind
I'm okay
this.
with that. Hey,
because it's 4-0.
Hey, this is a shortened season, all right? This is a shortened season. And it's happening in the second half of the season when it would normally be. What was Brad Hand? Great in the first half. He was an all-star. Then what happened? Crap the bed every other game he pitched in.
Right, but let's take if we don't get the bats, so wait a minute. Brad Hand's fault, right?
But hold on. On another note, Jay DeSanza ended up saying that Tyler throws that runner out of the plate with his cannon. Now catcher's interference. Hey, hands out, praying he was traded.
Well,
there's always.
Hand gave up 1, Simber gave up the other 3.
So it was Simber, wasn't even Hand.
Now that's another thing too. Since we're on a shortened season, I want to get this question out. How does the trade deadlines work?
August 31st.
I thought it was 30th.
30th. How many days? No, July has 31. August has 30. So.
Oh. August 30th.
You'll
Last
get
day
there.
of August.
You'll get there.
Sorry,
Anyways,
that's the non-Leo side of August, so I really don't care about that end.
Gotcha. I mean, you guys got August birthdays coming up, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
August 14th.
August 10th.
Oh.
You guys are coming to my party.
Leos.
Yes, we are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys wouldn't come if Hillis wasn't going to be
No, I'll show up regardless.
Yeah, I can't get you to show up to hang out any other time. I'm like, hey, guys, you want to hang out? He's like, I got to work and do this.
Well, now he has a very prestigious position at Eggle Giant. And
Yeah, we'll talk about that off air.
Did you get promoted?
Yeah, damn
he's
near.
getting there.
Hell yeah.
Because hold on, Riggs. The reason why you told me is because you have something that people our age don't have.
And that's common sense. But then if they see me outside of work, they're like, damn, we said that about him.
Just like
That's okay.
sense.
They don't even know
That's
that.
okay.
As long as you're working like that.
Curveball question.
Last week he had.
Last week I gave everyone a curveball question. That means I asked you a random baseball or sports question.
Okay.
My curveball question today, which baseball team has the best throwbacks?
Jerseys?
Yes.
Seattle Mariners.
Seattle Mariners. I'm going to go with the 2000 to 2001 Arizona Diamondbacks.
Man, I don't know. That is a curveball question. That's tough.
I'm talking that teal
Best
80s.
throwbacks?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Honestly, I would have to say like
I want to say Yankees, but I mean,
It's just pinstripes and gray.
right? I mean, pinstripes
So,
are always.
I'll give you one. I'll give two, and then you could take one of them because I'm a giving guy.
Perfect.
So I was thinking either the
You
Washington
don't
Nationals.
give good sports advice or sports information.
I don't give good at anything, but anything. Anyway. Sorry. Anyways. So you have the Washington Nationals, which their old throwbacks would be the Montreal Expos.
Right.
So those are pretty good jerseys. Or you have the Milwaukee Brewers with the blue.
It's funny. Scott just said, yeah, the Nationals are wearing the Expos
We're on the same
uniform.
page. Are they wearing them?
You just said you were on the same page with Scott. Scott is about to throw a fit.
Well, it's not. Great minds think alike. Ask Peyton Hillis.
Now you just gave him a heart attack.
Well, at least it wasn't COVID. Go on, though. Which one did you want to pick out of those two?
I'm gonna
'Cause I
go
gave you two
with
options.
throwback. I'm gonna go futuristic throwback. You ready? That's mine. It's gonna be when we throw back and we got Chief Wahoo back on the thing just to piss everybody off.
Damn.
Amen.
Thanks.
Amen.
Because we haven't talked about the name change yet.
No,
We sort of kind of did.
You just weren't around for it, really.
Right. Because, all right, do you want to explain to him what happens when they hit a home run now if we change our name?
Oh, yeah. During rallies, instead of having John Adams button the thing, if we change our name to the Cleveland Spiders, we just get Peyton to grab his recorder from 4th grade and play the Itsy Bitsy Spider on the recorder.
And I'm next to him
while he's
doing
next
that.
to him doing the Itsy Bitsy Spider dance.
That's horrible. What a horrible.
Imagine someone trotting the bass and you hear.
Oh,
Man,
I
is that the
can't
skin
even do
flute?
it. Can't even do it. The skin flute.
Just hearing our producer's reaction, that was
You realize
hilarious.
that he said you're the one doing you're playing. You are.
Well, he was playing it right then and there.
Yeah, but
But it actually sounded like a recorder.
That did.
That's
Your
how
recorder
it
goes this way?
Recorder's this way.
Oh,
Mine is this way.
fudge.
Riggs, common sense. That's why you got promoted, right?
Yeah, 360s is 2 circles.
Damn. I'm surprised that's where you said that's where beavers live. But anyways, Parker, go into the Naquin talk that you went into going into break.
I think that it's going to be very difficult for Naquin. I mean, I didn't get the chance to see today's game. We were obviously here all day. Obviously, the bats didn't seem to wake up for this one. But in the first 5 games, it looked like the rotation in the outfield was actually producing some runs. Bradley Zimmer looked really good. He hit a bomb. Mercado was making amazing plays out there in the outfield. He was hitting the ball.
Tyler, pull up the play from Mercado from yesterday.
Pull it
I know
up.
you have it up.
You got
It
to
was
pull up the
nice.
Sir Yacht video, too.
Does a tall center fielder make a difference?
It can.
Yes. Does a tall center fielder
I don't know.
difference?
That was just floating in my head.
Absolutely.
Riggs, a lot of things float in your head. I don't know what or why or how.
Tyler, come on. This is why the producer wants to get the big bucks. We're sitting here
He's
waiting
just
for
precisely
2 hours.
putting.
I know,
Anyways,
what
though,
the heck?
here's my hot take on the situation.
Oh my gosh.
Naquin's gonna lose his job to Bradley Zimmer. Now watch the video.
This was not Bradley Zimmer, but
Rally is snuffed out. What a play!
That literally would have cost them the game if he missed it, because it was already 5-3, I think, at the time.
Right.
So that was a game-saving catch.
It was.
And
it was nice.
That when it was live, you didn't see it.
No, he was calm, balanced, and polite.
There you go. And I mean, that's your boy, too. So you probably called him up afterwards and checked to see if he was calm, balanced, and polite.
I did tell him congratulate. I did tell him it was a super nice catch. I was like, dude, that is a badass catch.
But to go back on the point I made, my hot take.
Yeah.
So Naquin's at, no matter what time frame he comes back, this is the last year of his contract. Bradley Zimmer has been missing for 2+ years.
Yeah.
Consistently struck out in the past.
Sure.
Changed his batting stance in September last year.
Yes.
Changed his batting stance again now. His open hands.
Right.
Actually took a ball the other way against Kansas City.
That was a towering shot, too. It was towering.
Literally night and day difference. And Zimmer is going to take Naquin's spot because you don't need to pay Naquin if you could get it out of Zimmer.
I agree.
Can see that.
And you have the
speed.
speed.
Zimmer,
And I think Zimmer's a lot better in the outfield. He can read balls a lot better than Naquin.
And not drop
the
the ball in
long
the
legs.
2016 World Series.
Yeah, that too.
the problem is Zimmer, again, is injury prone.
Yeah.
So
Just like Naquin, though. Naquin's proven over the last 2 years.
But think about what the Indians have right now.
Daniel Johnson.
If they have anything, they have outfielding.
They have
So I'm telling you right now, Naquin goes down, Zimmer goes down, we're still fine.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Luplo's going to play
Zimmer-
against every lefty.
Well, that's the problem. If Naquin's going to keep getting hurt, he might as well just pass the contract. If Zimmer picks it up where he left off, he's basically has to know that he can't be doing the stuff he's doing to get injured because at this point, we have the outfield that most teams want. We can go whichever direction we want. And
It's all
if
matchups,
that,
yeah.
Right. It's Tito playing matchups.
I mean,
at that.
literally, your infield is all switch hitters.
Yes.
First time in God
Exactly.
knows
So-
how long.
so you
and
can-
then you go all righties or all lefties.
The only
you can do
position
that.
it doesn't work for is our catcher position.
Right.
Our catcher position is the only position where you can have 8 guys in the lineup facing a righty or a lefty from the opposite side of the plate.
Back to Tribe news. Didn't we have news about Perez?
Yeah,
Our
so
catcher?
Perez, actually, Roberto Perez ended up, Zach Meisel tweeted out that Perez is going to the injured list and that he is getting, obviously, to the injured list. Recalled is Daniel Johnson for the 3rd time this season already.
Okay.
So, I mean, it sucks that Daniel Johnson has to be that guy that jumps back and forth, but he's at least getting opportunities. He got his first major league hit. He's an outfielder, and he's somebody that is literally a silver lining for the Indians. So, with that being said, obviously with Perez, you have Bo Taylor. Bo Taylor was catching today because Sandy Leon had the day off because he caught yesterday.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, Bo Taylor is somebody that I want to say was in Double-A, and now that he's a backup catcher. They need somebody. But if anything has taught us anything as an Indians fan, Yan Gomes goes down, Roberto Perez steps up. Roberto Perez goes down, Sandy Leon started for the Red Sox last year.
Yep.
Leon goes down, you got another prospect that knows how to be developed. The Indians developed all their starting pitching. 3rd-round picks in 2016, Bieber. Then after Bieber was, I think it was like Savali, and then Bieber, and then Plesac, all in the same year.
See,
That's a damn good hand right
there. The one
there.
thing that I'm not too worried about is getting some offense out of this Bo Taylor guy. But this guy is going to know how to call a game, and he's like the quarterback. The pitcher's not the quarterback. The catcher's the quarterback of the infield.
To an extent.
The catcher's the quarterback of the infield.
If the catcher,
The pitcher's the snapper.
No, what? No, what the
He
hell?
snaps to
You
the quarterback.
play baseball.
Yeah, the catcher calls the game.
The catcher doesn't call the game. If that was the case, you shake your head. How many times have you seen Bauer? You see veterans
very
pitcher.
often.
Bullshit. You see veterans
Yeah,
pitcher. You see veterans pitchers shake off calls all the time.
But
it's
but
the
a guy,
rookies that you don't see shake
right,
off.
But this is
then
the,
they call
this is
the
the
game.
type of guy that is going to catch rookies. He's not going to be out there catching Bieber. He's not going to be out there catching Clevenger. He's not going to be out there catching all those guys.
Sure.
He's going to be catching guys
But he's not the quarterback.
No, but
the pitcher's the quarterback.
The quarterback. When runners are in scoring position, the catcher is the one doing all the signals, giving the infield the play, letting them know where you're going in every situation. He's the one with the.
So, we reenacted the 2012 San Francisco Giants last out. I was Pablo Sandoval.
And I wasn't 6 feet.
No, damn, we wasn't.
Anyways, go on.
I'm done with you.
Man, don't you have some YouTube video coming up soon?
The pitcher's the quarterback.
Anyways, Perez is on the IL. Going back to Lindor, and then we're going to end up hitting probably the whole entire starting rotation one more time, or the expanded playoffs? And let's do this. Let's go with what your predictions are for the Indians. Go to break, talk about Lindor, and then we'll come back to the Washington football team. After that,
football team.
That sounds so generic.
Did you see what they tweeted though? LeBron James tweeted at them and said he took a nap and he woke up and they were the Washington football team. How like unoriginal or whatever, and they put your son's name is literally LeBron James Jr. Perfect.
Well, on another note too, his son literally did a great impersonation of his dad, like of LeBron. Like he literally.
I mean, the apple didn't fall far where he dropped it.
Pride. Choked.
We'll get to that.
Finally got a ring.
Well, I mean, he has a couple. One for every kid. I think.
He's got three.
He has 3 kids.
Yep.
Yeah, 3 rings, too. 2 in Miami, 1 in Cleveland. Wow. I don't even think that was planned. The kids. Anyways, predictions for the Indians to finish the year. After today, it looks like they're going to be 4-2, unless if they have a huge 9th inning comeback and they end up having a runner on second and extra innings.
Over already. Is it not? Is the game still going?
The game's still going.
Still going. They're down to their last strike. Still 4-0.
We're down to our last strike.
Anyways,
right now.
Let's just mark it down in the book. 4-2 out of 60 games. Predictions. Obviously, playoffs are there. 16 teams. You're going to have 2 from every division, and then 3 out of the wild card teams. So you're going to have like 2, and then 2 wild card teams still. What are your thoughts? Obviously, Indians make the playoffs, but what is the prediction on the year? Do they? Let's go with this. Over and under 40 wins.
Yeah, 40 and 20.
Oh, yeah.
Smoke them, baby.
Yeah.
I say 40 to 42 wins. Winner of the AL Central. I think they are going to lose in the ALCS.
I got 50 wins.
Man, you're high.
I'm not. I'm sober. I had calm, balanced delay.
50 wins.
Yeah.
I'd definitely say over 40, but under 50.
50 wins.
That's 10 losses.
50 wins.
Riggs, what are your thoughts before I end up having an aneurysm because of Keith?
40
Migra,
and 20.
Hillis.
40 and 20. Fly under the radar. Smoke them boys. Hot bets. Oh, I kind of got a joke.
I don't know what language you're talking.
40 wins, 20 losses.
420.
Smoke them boys.
Smoke them. Beat them. Like when you play a game, it's like, ooh, I smoked you in Madden, bro. Then I beat your ass. just hearing that little laugh.
Anyways, you were going somewhere with that.
That's all I got.
You said you had a joke. Take the joke, go to break.
It's kind of like the joke that I said in the group text message. What do 2 pothead baseball players smoke? They smoke a bunt. We'll be right back on the We Like Sportz Podcast.
If you're
bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored.
Why not play with your balls? Our sponsor today, Manscaped, is here to make sure your balls are smooth while you or your partner are playing with them. Manscaped promotes clean hygiene when it comes to shaving your balls thanks to their Lawnmower 3.0. So a little side note, have you ever cut your balls while shaving them? I have, and that is painful. I would not ever do that again, and I would never shave my balls if it wasn't for Manscaped, because once I started using Manscaped, I no longer had to worry about the bleeding anymore. Also, for any new subscribers, you end up getting replacement blades refilled for your Lawnmower 3.0 trimmer delivered to your door every 3 months, making sure your trimmer always stays fresh and clean. And for a limited time, subscribers get not only 1, but 2 free gifts: the Shed Travel Bag, which is a $39 value, and the patented high-performance anti-chafing Manscaped Boxer Briefs. This is the perfect package for your perfect package. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code SPORTS with a Z at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at Manscaped, and use the code SPORTS. Make playing with your balls the best part of your day. Thanks, Manscaped.
And we are back here with the We Like Sportz Podcast with myself, Riggs, professional Parker Pierce, Peyton Vince, and Keith freaking Migra here, the KM Voice family, the We Like Sportz Podcast.
All right, and ladies and gentlemen, you guys saw on our Facebook page, the Aces recreational softball team in Strongsville, Ohio, has had an official sightings. What?
It is lost.
Oh, well. In other news, positive news here, the Aces softball team in Strongsville has a solid signing. Contract just dried moments ago. The ink has dried. Parker Pierce has signed with the Aces. Sir, welcome aboard. We'll get to the press conference here shortly. And I have a jersey for you.
And you're standing too?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Come on.
This is what we're doing now?
Hold it up.
This is what we're doing?
We gotta give him a thumbs up. And we just
now I...
You got to put it on.
Christ.
Put it on, man.
You want me to sign it?
Thank God.
I feel like this is when Tito met Nick Swisher.
Thank you.
Why him?
Thank you. Oh my gosh. God bless you. It's addressed on YouTube, but it's okay. Oh, wow.
I see your team must be pretty out of shape if you get the extra baggy edition.
Well, wow. We needed you. I told you. And you do have a press conference here coming up after we talk about Lindor, the NFL, and Nate Robinson. So, guys, the question was answered. I know we're depressed, but we have to end up bringing up that mood because the Indians lost. Francisco Lindor, not off to a hot start to start the season. We said that he wants $400 million, roughly. I mean, he wants a max contract here. Brian Shaw, not old Indians Cleveland pitcher, weather guy Brian Shaw, pretty much he had the statistics, and he said Francisco Lindor isn't worth it.
Right.
Is he worth it or not? He's not worth the max contract money, and if that's what he wants, let him walk because he cannot come through in the playoffs.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that. Let him walk. And not just that, you know what this experiment also tells me? It's like the Washington Nationals. Oh, you want to leave and go get money elsewhere, go to another team? And guess what? You went to the Phillies, didn't even make the postseason. Well, we won the World Series without you. So maybe you were the problem. You were the weak link on the chain on the weak link. So Francisco Lindor, we enjoyed you for a while. Go try to get your money elsewhere, homie. I mean, I don't know if you're trying to stick up the franchise or if you're just being greedy, but dude, go make your money. But I don't think it's going to happen here, honestly. With the cheap management, and that's no disrespect, but you know, I call it how I see it.
Go ahead. What are your thoughts on? Oh God.
What are my thoughts on what? Lindor?
Yes, Lindor.
For one, no one deserves $400 million to play a child's game. We're just going to get that out of the way. Nobody deserves that kind of money. He's not going to get that kind of money during a COVID problem.
Right.
So he might as well just shut up, play ball, sit with the Indians. He's not worth $400 million. Not worth it.
He's not worth it. He's not worth it. And the only place that's going to overpay for him is the New York Yankees. There's not a single other team in the league that will even go anywhere close to something like that for Francisco Lindor. The dude might be worth $200 million over a long-term deal, but that's about it. I wouldn't go any higher.
Honestly, here's the thing. I honestly think that him off to a slow start is good news for the Indians.
It is.
Because 99% chance he's gone from Cleveland. Without a doubt. There's still 1% chance that I believe that Lindor is somehow going to stay.
That would be nice, but would you also use him as trade bait this year?
We'll see what happens. I mean, depends on where the Indians are at. I'd say halfway through the season or at that August 31st deadline.
We are halfway
August
through the
30th.
season.
But I mean,
who's going to take him?
Anyone.
Anyone would.
I mean, they're just running him. All they're paying is what his contract is now. They're not paying that much. They're not going to be paying him $30 million a year for a half season or nothing like that. They're going to be paying whatever his contract is now, and they'll run him for the rest of the season. If there's a team that is like making a run that just needs that extra bat and that extra leader, then I could see somebody, making a crazy trade for a Francisco Lindor.
And one of our viewers said, give him ownership of the team.
Who is that viewer?
His
Say
name.
his name.
His name is Brandon.
Huh?
No, he just wanted to be a jerk.
But anyways, though, I mean, honestly, I don't think a 10-year, $400 million contract.
$400 million?
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Jesus. What the hell?
Because I'm afraid, what if we give him that much money and then he stays and we don't see that Lindor no more? Where it's like
that's why you give him like a 5-year contract with less money.
Then he could still go out and make his money even later. I mean, he could make another $200 million for 3 years because the money will be going up so much in the next 5 years.
Because why? We live in a world of, I mean, Keith, you are like the politics person. You are the real world person. Outside of sports, why is that? Inflation.
No, the reason is the increase in players associations.
That too.
The whole point is nobody's worth that much money.
How much are you worth?
Nobody is worth. How much am I, dude?
I mean, if the Aces isn't giving him that much money, then
I'm freaking priceless. You can't even I can't even begin to put a contract on it. Listen. My sponsor, Delight, pays me $437,000 a year to talk about this.
Okay.
Wow. He does not do that. But Delight Cafe, go to it.
Anyways,
how much are you worth?
Dude, I'm not famous like you, so probably like a penny.
No, you're worth
2 pennies.
12 cents.
At midnight, when my paycheck comes into my bank account, I'll show you how much I'm worth.
We're not going to be up that late.
Have a couple dollars.
Yeah, for the kids.
You got me on that one.
So anyways, Lindor not having kids. Do you honestly pay him or not? Have him stay? Does it matter?
No.
All right.
No.
Going on
Don't
to the
be a
next
prima
topic.
donna.
Next topic. Going to the NFL. The Washington football team. Parker, to start it off, what are your thoughts?
Okay, first of all, the NFL Washington football team, stupidest fucking name, kind of funny, but it's so dumb. You're going to get a different...
That F-bomb not brought to you by Delight, Calm, and Balanced.
I said it's the stupidest football name.
You didn't.
Yeah, but...
This is on replay, dumbass.
It's the stupidest football name. It's so dumb. Get rid of it. You're going to end up getting rid of it. Why are we even talking about it? Let's go. Last topic. What is that? Nate Robinson? Dude, you're not going to even be tall enough to hit whatever that YouTuber is in the face, so don't even bother. Jake Paul. That dude's a douche.
Why are you making a douche canoe? Why are you making fun of the... We're talking about the name. The players have nothing to do with the name.
You're
just going on a rant. Calm. Balanced.
Delight.
He got you there. So anyways, the Jake Paul thing really quick. What was your question? I know he wants to get to his press conference for the Aces, and he's getting very antsy.
Well, no, my Jake Paul question
Yeah,
was
because I've been here so long already, and it's
conference.
getting close to my time to leave.
But what was that before? Oh, the Washington football team. I honestly believe that they came up with that on the fly. That sounds like something you'll hear from a generic NFL Nintendo football game because of copyright and LCC law. For real, that's what it is. The Washington football team.
Washington.
Like so what is going to be your what's your mascot?
Did you see their first round draft pick?
No.
First name, last name?
They need to be the Washington Crackers. The Washington Hillbillies.
He said it, not me.
No, it's not right. That's not offensive. The Washington Hillbillies. Washington Rednecks.
Washington.
Do you know what? On another note, and then we'll get to the press conference.
Washington
We'll step
Liberals.
out. So Parker has his press conference. But did you guys see that people made the joke that the Indians should change their name to the Cleveland Italians and change the Chief Wahoo to just the guy with the comeback hair?
I'm okay with that.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I think no.
Somebody made the joke on. You have to understand, the Aces have a press conference coming up. We're going to take a quick break. Give us 30 seconds or less, like pizza. It's coming quick.
Like pizza? What the hell?
I don't know.
We Like
Manscaped.
Sports Podcast, Manscaped. No. Nope.
Well, you got Parker Pierce here, and I kind of not sure of the decision I just made to join Peyton's, our co-host softball team. It's a beer league. I really don't think it's anywhere my talents really truly belong, but he is a member of the We Like Sportz Podcast, and he needs my help, and I think I'm just going to have to go through with this. So any questions you have, go ahead and give them to me.
Professional Parker Pierce, this is Stephen Riggs Smith. And I just got a gratuitous question to ask you. This is Stephen Riggs Smith. Jake Paul being from Ohio, and so are you. Do you think you can kick his ass?
Oh, I most definitely could. I don't understand how that question relates to this softball press conference. But I have a lot of fighting experience, and I wouldn't mind. Jake Paul, you need somebody to get in the ring, you need somebody to sell tickets, let me know. Next question.
I got a question for you. How much are you being paid?
He's giving me $100 a week, and I believe he's buying all my concessions.
That is an absolute sham.
Hi, this is Ebony Rachel from the We Like Sportz Podcast, and I just want to know, since that you are now on the Aces, do you think that you can be a better player than Peyton Vince once was and break all of his records?
Well, first of all, I don't understand how Payton would really have any records, to be broken. There's no way he's definitely the best player on his team. But no, I bring a dynamic. I've had over 200 career home runs, 595 career batting average. I'm actually 39-6 in my last games as a pitcher with an ERA of 3.2. So I think I could bring certain aspects of the team, both from the pitching rotation and with my big wooden stick, because I don't use aluminum.
Can I ask the next question? How does it feel to be the first transgender player to actually make it into the league?
Well, surprisingly, that's not as much of cheating, because even as compared to the Astros, I think transgenders definitely belong in sports. That is not myself. I mean, I am a freak athlete, and I can do whatever I want if I want to choose. But no, I think this dynamic that I'm going to bring to the team is going to be something that his team's never seen before.
Hey, how you doing, brother? This is Stephen Riggs Smith once again, trying to ask you a splendiferous question. You have made the jump from being a professional wrestler to now back on the diamond for playing the baseball, your greatest sport ever. How do you think the scheduling on the splendiferous? Are you think you're going to have a great season this year?
Well, the season's only a couple weeks left, and I'm just kind of late key signing because they need some help in the playoffs. But I don't think the transition is going to be too hard for my work schedule. We can't really have combat sports in Ohio, so I might as well do something.
So this is Dan Smith with the Cleveland.com. Just really quick, we wanted to make sure that with your life coach, Daniel C. Rockingham, Dr. Daniel C. Rockingham, how can you attribute the assets of DCR, dedication, confidence, and respect to the Strongsville Aces?
Well, dedication, confidence, and respect are three keys to life that everybody needs to have if they want to be successful. I could tell just by the Aces, based on their record and their stat book, that they have not been doing any of those qualities whatsoever. This team's 0-8, and I'm going to bring the miracle of getting them 2 wins in the regular season, and then we're going to win the championship based off my tutelage.
Wow. That's impressive. I do have a serious question. With you, again, being the first transgender player to ever play the game, my biggest question is, do you have a husband or a wife?
I do not have a husband or a wife.
So what how do you produce?
This is Dan Smith again. Are you single?
I am not single, but I don't have a husband or a wife. I mean, I'm not like our producer, Keith, who just goes and marries whatever dude he wants to and becomes Keith Hillis. So,
hey, this is Riggs Spiegel of Cleveland.com. Also, how you doing there? So, quick question: do you think that you can do a meet and greet at the Goodwill for kids that want to be in your profession one day?
I absolutely will do that. I give out charity. Why do you think I'm on this softball team right now? I'll take one more question from our reporters.
So this is Peyton Vince of the We Like Sportz Podcast. So the question is, Parker, obviously with the signing, do you think that yourself, Parker Pierce, and I, Peyton Vince, can lead the Aces Strongsville Rec team through the playoffs because you have to be playoff eligible and come out victorious? We are 0-10.
Did you just say that myself, Parker Pierce, and you will lead the team?
Yes, I did.
So you do have records on this team. Oh, my God. No, I can't do this. Nope, I'm retiring. Nope. That is one charity I will not support. Absolutely
You've done so much for transgenders.
This is the most splendiferous, this is the most asinine thing I've ever seen in my life, brother. Me and Max Kellerman, we're going to grill you with Molly on the network.
And guys, make sure to check us out on Apple, Google, Spotify, Stitcher, and Anchor 9 a.m. Thursday morning, as well as YouTube 9 a.m. Thursday morning as well. We Like Sportz Podcast on Twitter at We Like Sportz PC. Catch us again next week, 7:30 to 9:30. For our producer Tyler, Keith, Riggs, Parker Pierce, and Peyton, we'll see you next week.